Chat, you're already breaking my heart. Do you know what? Things are changing, my guys. My name's Ian, one of the Hustle Brothers. And yes, I am here on my own. A little bit strange, but it is what it is. We move. Today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going through a lot of creator, burnout at the moment. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick chat about Archer, Joby, Rocket Lab, Redwire, ONDS. I want to touch on ONDS. I know lots of you are calling out for a collab with Nicole. It's something I'm looking forward to doing. We've been speaking to Nicole quite a bit lately, but things are changing, and I'm just going to let the community build up for a second, and then we'll have the announcement. But while you're at it, lots of you have been calling for the Discord to come back online. So I have updated the whole server. We were having awful trouble with the Discord server early on. There's about 100 guys in it at the moment. So if you want to join us on Discord, you can chat with us 24/7. Just jump in there. If the link doesn't work, I'll put it in the comments at the bottom. It's also on the top of the YouTube page. Dylan, my guy, great to see you in the chat. If you want to jump on, you're welcome to, my guy. So we have Scott Invest. Let's go. Big supporter of the channel, my guy. Thank you so much. Dyke Jansen says, what's up, yo? Watching you guys from Texas. You never disappoint. eVTOLs, let's go. Do you know what? There's been quite a lot of news around eVTOLs lately. I don't think I've spoken to you since the whole Tesla rumor and stuff like that. That was actually our biggest ever video. I think we got 24,000 views on it. So, do you know what? If anything, there was a bit of hype behind it. I can see why Archer were throwing that name around, because that got eyes. We'll talk a little bit about that rumor. I don't think it's dead. I actually think there's a lot of material behind it. We then had Joby at the F1. I'm a big F1 supporter. You remember me going to the F1 in Monza. So, yeah, Joby were at the F1 there last weekend. They were showcasing their S4. Look, members of the public seem to love it. I actually quite liked a post Travis put out, because my whole question around the S4 was, it looked very small last time I seen the interior to it in Osaka. But the picture he shared, it seemed that the pilot seat was actually pushed forward a lot more, and he confirmed that it's built for people over 6 foot, so I'm happy enough with that. What else we had? We had Archer with the Lilium patent acquisition. So they've acquired 300 of Lilium's patents. So that brings them over 1,000 of their own patents. Look, I know it's controversial at the moment. We have Archer and Joby investors biting each other on X at the moment. But look, I think there's a little bit of fear behind some of the Joby investors there, because, look, we all know that vertical takeoff is a big problem at the moment. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. It is a big problem at the moment, but they have enough capital to get behind it. So once they get going, could you see them using Lilium's duct fans? That could be a nice move. But again, it's a full redesign of the tilt rotor system, so it'll push them back for like over 9 months or so. Now, we have 45 of you there. I'll wait for the announcement now in a minute. Guys, jump into the chat. Let me know what you think the announcement is. There's a bit of a hint in the intro. Anyone that's jumped in late, I am going through a bit of creator mind block at the moment. I'm running out of ideas. I know there's a lot of news going around, but I don't know. Have I burnt myself out? I try not to. I keep trying to pump out shorts for you guys, but just the long form videos, I'm really struggling just to not even get motivation out, just to synthesize something that like is engageable. So do bear with me. Dyke Jackson, best crew and updates right here live. Thank you so much, my guy. Big supporter there. Again, guys, anyone that's just jumped in, we have updated our Discord. Completely free to join. Just jump in there. You can have a chat with the whole community. And also, you can talk to us 24/7. I will be a lot more active this time around on it. It was just at the very start, we were trying to spin too many plates. And we're going to speak about trying to spin too many plates too. We then have Dylan. Good afternoon, Dylan. You're welcome to jump into the call, and if you want, I know you're quite busy at the moment, but if you want to jump in, feel free to, my guy. Tom, do you know what? I really love Tom. Tom, you should jump into one of our streams one day. I really love your input. You actually bring quite a bit of substance to some of the Joby Archer arguments. So big shout out to you, my guy. Delta, hello, guy. Big shout out to you. You just joined as a member, so thank you so much. Oh, one thing. Has anyone noticed anything lately on our videos or our live streams? There's no ads no more. I've turned off all monetization. Myself and Reese had a chat about it, and we said, you know what? Let's give back to the community. We built this as, I don't know, show some love, show some passion. So we thought, as it started to go profitable, we said, do you know what? This is just not right. So what we done, we turned off monetization. So you have an ad-free experience. Just because, look, when we first started, we were constantly diving around looking for news everywhere. We're grabbing hold of every YouTuber content creator we could. This is not when I started channeling, when I started investing. And I think too many people hide it behind a paywall. Look, we're not going to hide nothing behind a paywall. The people that are joining them as members, that is just to support our channel. There's no obligation to join as a member. Look, I just want an ad-free experience. I want you to just sit back and enjoy yourselves. No, it's going to be so much more chill today. I'm not diving into loads and loads of news. Vassian C says, yo, big shout out. We need to do that ONDS stream. I think me, you, and Francisco were on about doing the ONDS. I actually want a collaboration with Nicole Josephine. Vassian C, you could be a good one to come on with me there. Then Dylan, what's up, Dyke? Delta, Vast, Joby at Tia Kota. Watching from New Zealand, big shout out. Shane, did you come from the Rocket Lab side or did you come from the eVTOL side? Look, I'm going to start touching on a bit of Rocket Lab in this stream too. One thing I want to ask you guys, would you like me to create more content around Rocket Lab? Would you like me to create more content around Archer and Joby on their own? Do you like eVTOL Weekly? Will we retire eVTOL Weekly? Do let me know. Circle of the Americas, no fear here. Big shot on my guy. Korean Airlines. So I don't think they ordered 100 Archer Midnights. It's a memorandum of understanding. So look, very good news. They're priced around 5 million each, so it's about 500 million if they did get them 100 Midnight aircraft. But there's going to be a lot of conditions in there. It's not contract bound, so I take it with a little bit pinch of salt, but it was great news. Korean Airlines is the biggest airliner in Korea. Now they did have I did see one of the Joby guys say they did have a partnership. I forget who it was with. It was with some type of Korean airline for 50 Midnights, and they've pulled out completely. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that can happen. But no, great news. Going back to the roots. Thank you so much, my guy. Yeah, WHP actually reached out to us ages ago and actually gave us a bit of a pep talk on everything. I think we've only now just started to realize what we need to start doing. So yeah. Rocket Lab bids for the moon with NASA. Honestly, I'm good with just the live streams. Thank you so much. Tom, live streams are really fun. Yeah, it really depends. Live streams are quite fun when you get a crowd like this where it's constantly engaging back and forth. Live streams can be quite hard when there's no news going about. Well, I'm not saying there's no news going about this week, but you do go through blips, and then sometimes we feel like we're live streaming for the sake of live streaming. I know me and Reese very early on went through a stage we felt like we're talking about certification every single week, and we're like, we're just repeating ourselves every week. But look, if you guys want it, we can keep doing it. Iron Man OS, look, big shout out. You keep pushing out that eVTOL content. You're doing amazing. Some of your videos are getting quite a lot more views than ours, so well done. Whatever you're doing well. Dyke says, whatever you decide to talk about, I'm down to support. In the end, it's about finding good investments. I went through a stage where I was like, what is the next big stock? And then I'm like, do you know what? Rocket Lab still has quite a bit of runway. Then I'm like, Archer and Joby haven't even started yet. So why would I concentrate on anything else? And I do apologize for any of the Rocket Lab guys. You did see initially I was rolling out loads and loads of content with Chris. We were doing live streams every day. But I started neglecting what first brought us here, back to our roots. What first brought us here was the eVTOL chats, was the eVTOL videos. Now, look, I'm gone too far the other way, and I'm not putting out any Rocket Lab content, so I do need to start with that again. But look, it's balancing act. I'm looking to understand 3 to 4 years term forecast. How do you see adoption? Would you think these companies could run global contracts? So understand the 3 to 4 year term. So 3 to 4 year, you're going to go through a stage of mass manufacturing. So I think there's going to be, look, you're going to get all this excitement coming up to certification. Then there's going to be a bit of a lull. You're going to go into mass manufacturing. And until you get masses out into cities, I don't think you're going to see rapid growth for 3 to 4 years. I genuinely think this is a 5 to 10 year play. 3 to 4 years, you are going to be a lot better off than where you are today, because hopefully both of them are certified. Joby will be. Look, 3 to 4 years, Archer should be. We did get that. I shared a post yesterday. Archer, we're getting them questions about when are they going to do the vertical takeoff? When are they going to do the transition? And Archer actually put a nice statement together where they said last year was all about the VTOL envelope, so unpiloted, doing the vertical takeoff and landing. We have seen them hover. This year's all about conventional takeoff and landing and piloted, which leaves next year for the whole package. But does that mean we're going to get certified next year, or does that mean certification pushes back to 2027? It does make me kind of, I don't know, wonder. Now, I think too many people are putting too much goalposts on Archer at the moment. They're comparing them to Joby too much. Joby and Archer have gone down two completely different routes. You've seen Archer go down the route of build out the mass manufacturing facility in Covington, Georgia, and try and get as many partners as you can. Where Joby have gone down the vertically integrated approach, slow and steady wins the race. Joby are going to get certified. Then it's all about how quick they can ramp up. Because even if Archer get ramped up or get certified in 2027, if Joby's only pushing out 50 S4 per year, Archer very quickly catch up once Covington, Georgia is up and running at full swing. Look, they're looking by like 2030 up to 950 midnight aircrafts being produced. So look, it's a different type of race once the mass manufacturing does roll out. So Prazen, I hope that answers your question a little bit. Great lens to look at. Memorandum of understanding. So SCNC says anything from any orbit, drones and eVTOLs are the very, very low Earth orbit. Do you know what? We need to cover every sector there. We need to cover VLO, MEO, GEO. We need to cover it all, my guy. I'm on OS. When Archer says ordered, mean they may order. Yeah, it does mean they may order. Archer seems promising long term as off-the-shelf components is indeed the best. Now, off-the-shelf components is indeed the best at the start, but as Joby does start ramping out, vertically integrated will the benefits will come to fruition. So I wouldn't be writing off Joby just because they're vertically integrated. Kind of Apple's model of outsourced manufacturing, focus on design, scales better. What do you think? But then I'm a big investor in RKLB, and they're very vertically integrated. So I don't know, the swings and roundabouts, everything. But Dylan does have quite a opinion on the vertically integrated versus outsourcing. So once Dylan comes back on, he will explain to you. WHP is a gem. Do you know what? WHP, massive supporter of the channel. He has been doing since day one. So I agree. eVTOL Weekly is a must see. Me and Reese were talking about something, and we will announce it later. And it does concern eVTOL Weekly. It does concern RKLB Daily Fan Club, whatever you want to call it. Look, is it something we're going to change? I don't know. This stream is going to help me out. Look, this is a selfish thing. This stream's more about trying to get my mind back in the game. I thought I'm struggling to make long form content. Let's jump on with the guys. Let's see what they like. Let's try and fire it back up. So no, thank you. 50 of you here. Thank you so much, my guy. Dylan said, I would love to jump in, but you are knocking out of the box today. If I wasn't out the door in 10 minutes, I'd be live, but we'll keep listening today for sure. Big shout out, my guy. No, I know you do have commitments. You did tell me earlier on, so no stress at all, my guy. And we will be speaking to you again soon. I'm Anos. So, will you come for steak and beers in Athens? What's the plan, mate? I will. Do you know what? I was meant to be going in November, and yeah, we need to meet up. I would like to actually speak to you about how you're growing that eVTOL channel out. So no, let's connect there. Delta, bought more shares of Archer today and Joby with cover call premium. Bullish always. What are you writing cover calls on? Do you know what? That's a dangerous game. I actually do a bit of cover calls on my red wire just because, mate, I got caught holding the bag there. Do you know, with that Edge autonomy acquisition, I bought in around $19 or so, and then I started adding all the way down. I probably stopped around $15, but I think my average at the moment is around $15.67. I was loading like mad. Francesco would kill me, but I did add more the last day just to lower my cost basis. But I'm actually afraid I'm stuck quite heavily in red wire, and I'm afraid that too many people are in the same boat there. So are we just going to keep collapsing? But look, they should have a good quarter. I know one of the guys, Space Investor on X, believes they will have a good quarter. So look, who knows? Just a survey, in 4 years, Joby should have at least 200 aircraft. That's the only thing that worries me is 200 aircraft. We actually compared that. If we said in 4 years' time Tesla will have 200 robot taxis, we would be very, very worried. And before people say, look, it's premium, well, it's not really, because they're going to be priced at the same as an Uber XL or an Uber Black. So I don't know, 200 aircraft doesn't really excite me in 4 years' time. Do you get what I mean? Like, even Archer, even if they got up to 950, that number, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't excite me. I did work it out. Something like 500 and something would be required for New York just to cover the trips of the actual population of New York. That's not tourists. That's not the airport. That's just everyday commuting. So when you actually multiply it out over the cities, the potential's there, but it is, can they mass manufacture quick enough? And this is where Joby could get caught out very, very quickly, where Archer may take them a little bit longer to get there, but they have the manufacturing facilities. We did ask that last time. Would you like to see a manufacturing facility in the likes of Europe, in the UAE? Because if you think every time they sell one of these to any of these countries, they have to transport it quite a distance from the US. So yeah, do let me know. Dylan says, keep in mind that Archer spoke about 2 versus 4 rate change on last quarter's call. which to me was saying we are minimum 2 months into the 4 rear blade design, if not already have been in-house. Next call is in about 18 days, isn't it? That's going to be a weird one. That is going to be powerful. We're either going to accelerate very, very quickly, or I think we're going to lull out a bit. If we do lull out a bit, I'm going to load in there. I have gone slightly higher on my portfolio in Archer than Joby for a good long while there. Look, I was always heavier in Archer, and then I got very, very heavily in Joby, and now it's just been picked again by Archer. But it will really go for Archer. What happened to the Brandon Ramsden interview? Been quiet on Hoffa lately. I don't know how to answer that one. Look, Horizon, I love what they're doing. I really love what they're doing. Brandon, really love him as a CEO. But the only thing is, I don't want to be caught running up a stock when there's not substantial amount of news. Oh, please don't kill me, guys. I think it's quite overvalued at the moment for what it is. But when it comes down to the Brandon Ramsden interview, we were speaking to Brandon. Myself and Mark did speak to Brandon. Then I organised the interview for the Friday. And look, Brandon must be a busy guy because I haven't heard back from him. So, look, it is what it is. Dylan Rogers says, how much of Joby certification is baked into the stock price? Do you think it'll be tough to validate the market cap once we are talking about revenue on the books as opposed to pre-revenue talk? I don't know if it's baked in. I don't know if it's going to run as much as investors expect it to run. And I think that's what will cause the collapse in the stock price. I don't think they're overvalued at the moment. Well, look, let's be real. Both are quite overvalued at the moment. But look, I think they're following a nice trajectory. But I think people believe that Joby, and same with Archer, I think they think once certification comes online, it's going to boom. I'm Manuel. Check your mic, Liam. Sound breaks. Is it better when I put it closer to me? I haven't streamed out of this studio in a long time, so it will take me a while to get back used to it. I've been using the other mic lately, so guys, do let me know, is the audio better with the other mic, or do you prefer it with this mic? Archer signed a cooperation agreement with Korean Airlines to promote its operations in South Korea with potential 100 order of midnights. Yes, they did. For eVTOLs, where weight reduction comes at a premium, vertical integration is superior. And do you know what? I kind of agree with you there, Tom. If you actually break it down and we get past that initial stage of them actually designing the aircraft, I believe once we just go into manufacturing, I think vertically integrated is always going to be superior. Delta, be careful on those cover calls. I got some ASTS that I'm running from. Keegan, that's exactly why. I know quite a few guys that got caught out with cover calls in Rocket Lab, and I believe ASTS would be the same. I have a good relationship with Ampaman and AST Space Mob, so I might actually do a stream with them. Guys, do you like the collaborations, or do you prefer more on our own? Do let me know. Sorry, I needed to reword. Weight reduction is crucial for overall performance of eVTOLs. Joby's vertically integrated approach has allowed them to produce a craft that is more efficient. Well, thanks for the heads up. The long calls are expiring on January 27. Hi guys, long time no see. SpongeRob. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I do apologize. I was not streaming Rocket Lab as much recently. Look, I wasn't streaming Rocket Lab at all. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't streaming Rocket Lab at all. I need to get back to creating Rocket Lab content. So, look, I need a little bit of help from you guys to help me on the direction of the channel. Dylan Rogers says, I can't wait till the Sunday live on next week's live eVTOL Hustle Brother show. Do you know what? Is it going to happen? I don't know. I really don't. Rolly says, Story Liam, love the live stream. This week marks 3 years since my first Archer purchase at $294. Thanks for the content. Rolly, you're actually in it longer than I am. I have been in Archer, must be 2.5 years. It was about 3 or 4 months prior to our channel actually starting. So, look, congrats to you, my guy. Then we have Ken says, I feel Archer has no choice but to redesign the rotors. How can they compete with just CTOL? I don't think they're trying to compete with just CTOL. They are trying to work something out for the VTOL. If it takes a redesign, they will. But if they believe it can VTOL, which, if you actually read their statement, I know the statement came out after all this rumors about the problem. But if you read their statement, it said next year was always going to be the whole package. So are we jumping the gun a little bit? I don't know. Look, next year's only 2 months away, so it's not that long. But if they're redesigning it now, they're really doing a good job of keeping it a secret. And that's the kind of thing that scares me, because I think there would be rumors going around. Tom, I see Joby and Archer like a C-Class and an S-Class Mercedes. You can go faster in one and fit less in the trunk, or get the luxury big body and maybe have a bit of less torque, but riding in style. Again, yeah, Mercedes, it could be a Corolla. But if it gets you from A to B, I don't think you really care what you're traveling, unless you're like high. If you're looking for that high-end premium, which I don't think the majority are looking for this premium product. I genuinely think if they are going out to the masses, look, as long as it can vertically take off and land and get you from A to B, I think that's as much as you really need. SpongeBob, yes, you do miss you, man. Do you know what? It kills me when I see messages like that. I know yourself. I know Olga has reached out too. I do need to get back to the Rocket Lab content. I just had to jump back over to the eVTOL side just to see if we could keep this running. Look, things are going to change in the 62 in the chat. I probably should make an announcement now. So, guys, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Things are changing across the channel. Chris has left us. I think, guys, you're fully aware Chris has left the Hustle Brothers. I think he's off doing his own thing. He got a job. I actually haven't spoken to Chris in a long time. So, look, best wishes to Chris. Mark Berry, the pilot, he has stepped down for the channel too. Mark is going on focusing on his own things. I wish Mark the very best. I want to thank Mark for everything he's done. Guys, do jump across to X, follow Glass 278. That's Mark's X. He has a lot coming down the pipeline. But look, things happen. We're going to keep pushing forward. Look, it's a bit of a shame we've lost 2 guys there. But myself and Reese said we reviewed a message from WHP. We've had meetings about the channel. And look, my whole goal with this now, at the very start, it was just build this eVTOL community. But you guys are just so great. We have the Rocket Lab community too. I genuinely think as a community we can grow this to surpass 100k, and you're going to think I'm mad there, but I genuinely do think we can surpass 100k subscribers and followers on X. So guys, if you haven't, do bang that subscribe button. But yeah, no, I know you guys did love Mark. Look, he's not completely gone away. If we call for him on a live stream, I'm sure he'll jump back. Look, we haven't fallen out with Mark. He's just going doing his thing. We're going doing our thing. I support everything he does. Dylan's sticking around, I hope. But no, Dylan's moderating chat quite well today, and no, thank you so much. Francisco, my guy. We need to have a chat. We need to get more Rocket Lab content going again. I know the guys are missing the Rocket Lab content. We need it to scale up again. So yeah, Francisco, we can have a chat. We'll see how we do it. I don't know about streaming every day. Do you know what? That actually killed me. It took me away from actual videos, doing what I actually loved about the channel. And I think I went for a stage about 6 months where I've just sort of gone through the paces. I actually felt like my education around stocks, around the stock market, I was doing you guys an injustice because I was going Rocket Lab, Archer, Joby, and I was just jumping between the lot. Now, by sitting back doing recorded videos, I'm actually able to learn as well, rather than jumping on a live stream. Yes, it's great bringing all these specialists on, but sometimes when I'm moderating the stream and bringing up this and bringing up that, it's going in one ear and out the other, and then I come off the stream and I could have actually given you guys a lot more value by doing a recorded video. But look, I know you guys do love the live stream, so if you want us to continue with eVTOL weekly, I'm completely down for that. Rocket Lab guys, if you want us to do a live stream, I'm open to doing maybe one a week or something. Look, I want to make it a bit different because I know the Rocket Lab weekly guys cover the news and all that. And then when I was doing it with Chris, it was going down rabbit holes consistently, and I think sometimes it took away from. I'm trying to be factual in Archer and Joby, and then I was going to Rocket Lab and I was putting the tinfoil hat on, and it was kind of taken away from what we were doing here. So, look, I need to develop what we're actually going to do in that Rocket Lab space. But look, I can start creating more content around that space. Good competition in there. But guys, we are growing. Like, what are we now? I know when we stopped recording videos and started going on live streams, we're around 1,500 subs. We're now at 3,604. So you guys do keep growing. I love getting to know you. So always jump into the chat. And also, any of you guys that haven't seen it, we have updated our Discord. Discord completely free to join. You literally just click on the link. If you can't get that link there, I don't know how well it worked in a chat. I have put it on the homepage of the Hustle Brothers, and also I will tag it underneath this video. Do let me know if the link works or not. It has been offline for a while. There's about 120 members in there or something. But yeah, we will start making it more active again. I want to engage you more as a community. You can get a hold of me 24/7. Ask me anything. Honestly, I'm an open book. Then let me go back to the guys. So Dylan says, well, so far it's a Toyota, maybe a Lexus one day. Love that comment though. I guess all dream to buy an eVTOL. What's up, Francisco, my guy? Love it. SpongeBob says, change is the only guarantee. There's always opportunities with change. Do you know what? It's got it. But at the same time, it forces us to adapt. It forces us to get better. So thank you. Tom says, not hating on Archer, Dylan, just providing my viewpoint regarding the benefits of vertical integration. I'm sure that Archer will reach certification. Cheers. Look, Tom, no, you addressed it quite nicely, so no need to apologize at all. I thought you were doing great there. So, SpongeBob says, my man Francisco, I guess the Archer will show us eVTOL in 2026 again. Yeah, like they've come out and said that if they missed that timeline, yeah, I will start getting worried. Dylan says, you're doing amazing, Liam. Every video, whether recorded or live, brings value and joy to my day minimum. And look, if it brings joy and value to even one person's day, I think I've done my job. No, guys, this engagement is really helping me. Yeah, I did go through that stage where just complete creator burnout. It's not that there's no news. It's trying to create a video that is, I don't know, engageable. There's no point in me just reading the news that you can just read on X. I need to make it engageable and that you will enjoy. And that's what I'm struggling with at the moment. Jonathan says, hold my Archer shares, but at the moment I'm only buying Joby. Where's Joby sitting at the moment? 17.45. Look, I genuinely think Joby is a buy right up to $20, and people are going to think I'm mad. Like, some people genuinely are going to think I'm mad. But I think once certification comes, which will be in the very near term, you will push quite quickly. Now, I would expect quite a big sell-off once, I don't know, the post-mortem starts happening after certification comes out, and people realize, look, it's going to be a bit of a slog. But no, $20. I really enjoyed Mark's contributions to the channel, 100%. And look, the amount that guy taught me, I'll never be able to repay him enough. And even look, he flew out to Covington, so can't repay him. So yeah, we will miss him. So we will miss him, but are grateful for the guys remaining and keeping the awesome community going. Tom, best message you could have put there. Thank you so much. Dylan says, no worries, Tom. Francisco says, Archer and Johnny coming to Florida. I like it. Oh, you meant to say Johnny or Joby? For anyone that doesn't know, Johnny's like Francisco's best friend. So I don't know who he's on about. Dylan says, we will both enjoy our eVTOLs when the time is right for each company. Tom says, absolutely. Look, I feel like loads of you guys in here are, I don't know, you're very calm. Like, you two had the most, I don't know, polite disagreement there. You go on X, and the guys are nearly biting each other's head off. The Archer and Joby. I put something up about Archer, and I have Joby attacking me. And then I put something up about Joby, and I have Archer attacking me. And I think both you guys think that I'm pro one, and then you offer, look, I'm pro both. But I won't beat around the bush. Out of all of the Hustle brothers, I wear my heart in my sleeve. If I don't like something Joby's doing, I'll call it out. If I don't like something Archer's doing, I'll call it out. You've witnessed me over the last 2 years be the biggest Archer bull, and then I could turn on Archer completely. You've witnessed me to be the biggest Joby bull, then turn on Joe Ben, then go back to Joby. And now I'm sort of, with Joby, I'm like, they're performing, love what they're doing, we'll let them be. Archer, like, people keep saying, but they can't VTOL, they can't. But we know they can't VTOL. So you don't need to remind me every time a bit of good news comes out. That's where I'm sort of like pulling my hair out, because anything I put up, I get one cheeky bottles come in and say, Archer can't VTOL. It's like, I didn't say they could. So just leave it out. Like, this is what it is. But then Francisco meant Joby. Dylan says, putting in the headphone and after the haircut, still listening. Oh, guys, I think we all need to jump in and convince Dylan to get a buzz cut. Do you know when I normally get a buzz cut? Get Dylan to get a buzz cut. We could be twins. Can't type a great stream today. Great to have the Joby and Archer enthusiasts in the same room together. Do you know what? Love it. Delta says, who is Mark? So Mark is an aerospace engineer and he was a private pilot. Look, he was one of the Hustle brothers, done amazing. I actually think he brought more value than all three of us combined. But look, Mark's going, working, doing his own thing. I'm not going to say what he's doing. I'll leave that up to him. We fully support what Mark is doing. We're going to do our thing. Mark's going to do his thing. There's been no falling out there. We both support each other. You'll probably see us streaming again with each other. So, look, it is what it is. ImanOS says, we'll get a Joby for a daily commute and a midnight to have in my garage showroom to look at. 5 million piece just sitting in your showroom. You must be so invested, my guy. Pilot that was contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Dylan says, race coming by to cut my hair. You know what? That'd actually be cracking. Imagine Reese cutting your hair. That's another thing, guys. Me and Reese will be due to meet up soon in person. Would you like us to do a podcast? Look, I have 2 portable mics where we like settle up each side of a table and we more or less chat to each other. Or would you like us? We could be going around in the car, we could be doing anything, just chatting about anything. eVTOL, RKLB. Who wants ONDS? Some of you say yes, some of you say no. I need to start focusing, guys. So I know that the majority here love Archer, the majority here love Joby, and you'll watch the same thing. A few of you love RKLB. There's a small group there that kind of crossed over. And I just want to marry it up a little bit. So, guys, do let me know what stock do you all like that we have like a common ground? Because I'm going to be honest with you. How I have to think is we have the community here. If 3,000 love Archer and Joby and 600 love RKLB, well, even if I do a RKLB, it won't get pushed out to all 600 people because the majority of Archer and Joby people won't watch it. So then it'll tell the algorithm to stop pushing the video. So then even the ones that watch RKLB won't see the RKLB video. So if I find out there's a stock that, look, everyone loves, I'm willing to do it. But at the moment, I'm kind of confused. ImanOS says the mic sound breaks. You know what? It could be this mic. I won't be able to fix it at the moment, but do bear with me for the stream. I will get a new mic. Look, this one's ancient now at this stage. So I want to get a Rogan mic. I have to get a Rogan mic, don't I? Who wants a Rogan mic? Do let me know. Francisco, if you sent me the link, I'll join you now. I'm home today. Let me see you there. No, I won't be on for too long. But yeah, I can send you the link. Delta and Tesla. Look, quite a few you do like Tesla, so yeah, we could start doing a bit of Tesla as well. That would be nice. Francisco, did you see the latest news? Yeah, we've covered that, Francisco. So yeah, Archer did partner with Korean Airlines to roll out eVTOLs in Korea. Look, there's a memorandum of understanding for 100 million aircraft. If you value them at 5 million each, 500 million contracts, some people are saying. Now, it's not a contract bound. It's not law abiding. So, Francisco, my guy, it's been a while, hasn't it? How are you getting on? Huh? How are you today?
What's
Can
up,
you hear
man?
me? I'm not too bad. How are you?
Here, man. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, wait. Let me
Chat,
put my mic.
do let me know. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up? I can hear you now. Nah, I had you on my phone on X, and I'm like, I can hear you. I can't talk to you. So I had to connect my Bluetooth to the computer. How you been, man?
Man, it's been a long time, hasn't it? It's been a while.
I
Look,
know.
we need to sort out how are we going to get back into the RKLB content, my guy?
I know, man. I've been busy myself, family things, problems. So I've been flying all over, back and forth. A lot of personal stuff. You know, when something goes bad, it tends to be like, it's like a snowball, man. It's a lot of things at the same time. It's not just one thing. So
One thing after another.
Yeah, just keep it to myself, maybe a few people. But yeah, it's been crazy. I haven't even had the time to get a haircut. But
have you been speaking to Chris lately? I haven't spoke to Chris in don't know how long.
He's been very busy, so I've been speaking to him there, like here and there. But he's busy. I've been busy, like going back and forth to California and other places, and it's just I've been trying to keep up with everything. It's hard, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I've been buying Archer in there. I'm up to 1,600 shares.
Love
I think.
Love it.
I like it. So, and it keeps me motivated into looking into Archer more every day. Kind of like what I do with RKLB. I just really like it. The news of for Archer and even Joby, they're coming out with that governor of Florida. I'm from Florida, saying that they're going to bring them out here, and I don't know. I think they're getting a lot of coverage. That news that came out, I didn't know that you talked about it. But yeah, the Korean news, they're doing some stuff. So I like it. So I'm adding to that position slowly.
I genuinely think, yeah, we're seeing the likes of Florida. We're seeing Archer really pushing that out. I genuinely think there's space for the two of them there. They're on about it's at Orlando and that. So I genuinely think you're going to see, if you see 100 midnight, you're going to see 100 S4 in there. I genuinely think it's going to be a bit like, I don't know what you have in the US. Do you have like you have Uber, and then like over here we have like Bolt or whatever. So it's just going to be neck and neck, isn't it? But jumping back to the comments, please.
I think so. I think you're right.
We have Jonathan. Do you think Grab will integrate eVTOLs in the future? Grab?
Grab is like a delivery company from India, I think. They were pushing like a few months back.
I see it. Yeah.
Kind of like a Uber Eats kind of company. I think they use a lot of motorcycles. I don't know. I think that's pretty far. Didn't you talk about some eVTOL company that just does the delivery? I forgot the name of that company. You talked about it once. It must like flies and drops and stuff.
Yeah. Who was it?
That might be better.
Yeah, it's like a drone play.
Yeah, it's more like a drone, smaller, but they deliver stuff. You talked about it that one time. I was watching your episode on that like a while back. So I just can't remember the name. Yeah. But I think actually, honestly, Kratos is working with a company that is coming up with a drone that actually delivers stuff like that for cargo. So I think that'd be a better play, because Grab is mostly like delivering food to where like Joby and Archer are more like government and like civilian transportation, I think, of people, not food. I don't know what you think.
Guys, anyone that doesn't know Francisco, he's a massive RKLB bull. Look, we used to do quite a lot of streams with Francisco in RKLB, but look, he started investing in the eVTOL space. You've heard it there yourself. He's quite big into Archer at the moment. But another big player from Francisco is he invests in Kratos. He's massive in Kratos. He's made quite a bit of money. I remember when Kratos, what was Kratos, like 37 or something, and you were like telling me there's so much more runway to go.
Yeah. I actually started talking about Kratos when it was like $17, $20, bro. And like nobody was interested in it. I talked to some of my portfolio in it, and then like I added a little bit more. And when it went up, I sold some of it, but I have a lot of shares still, which I'm doing like like the cover calls kind of thing weekly. So I'm making profits on them. I'm learning. I'm not an expert on options, but I'm learning. So I'm playing with that weekly, trying to get an income.
It was me and you, wasn't it, speaking to Jacob that time? It was around the time with the red wire, wasn't it? And around the
Oh man, yeah, red wire got me really bad. Still, like,
oh, you left holding the bag and all, yeah.
No, but you know what? Like, I think why everybody's gonna benefit once, maybe even Archer and Joby. Everybody, I think, is gonna benefit when the government opens back up and they start handing out like government contracts. I think when that happens, like everybody's gonna benefit and it's gonna go up. I mean, there's a lot of push. You see the news from the NASA guy, like everybody's all over that today. That's the big news.
Yeah.
The NASA acting administrator, he talked about Moon Artemis program, and he actually mentioned Blue Origin, and the Rocket Lab community is so mad about it. That's why I wanted to jump in. That's the big news today. And everybody, all of us are like, dude, like, why is he talking about like Blue Origin? They haven't delivered anything other than celebrities to the carbon line. Other than that, like,
remember that time me and you were on a stream and we were on about New Glenn and Neutron, and I said which will come first, New Glenn going back to orbit or Neutron reaching orbit. But when I was typing it midstream, guys, and I look back and I've put which will reach orbit first, and I've realized last second, and I've edited it, but no, people got me straight away, and it was just be reposted everywhere.
Yeah, the problem I have with Blue Origin, but also, like, I think Blue Origin already has a lander contract because they took NASA to court. Like, when SpaceX obviously got a contract, and then Blue Origin took NASA, the government, to court, and then they actually got to sign a contract, so they have a lander. So I'm like, why is he talking about Blue Origin? Why not give the other best company, which I think is Rocket Lab? Those are the three top companies, in my opinion. And for me, it's SpaceX, Rocket Lab, and then Blue Origin. Why not give them a contract for a few $1 billion and have them build something? Like, that's just my opinion. And,
what were your thoughts on the new Electron contracts?
Oh man, yeah, we got so many contracts, guys. So good.
It felt like it was just one day after another.
It was like this, like in what, around 10 days. And I think something was cooking. Like, obviously, Peter Beck was out in Japan for a while, and like talking to some of those people. And sure enough, like a few months later, until it happens, like he keeps the cards on close to his chest. But I mean, yeah, I'm so surprised. I'm not surprised, but like I'm very happy that we got those contracts. And listen, like once we get Neutron, I think those companies, they're probably, if they're gonna go and make a bigger constellation, they're probably gonna give Neutron some contracts too. And that's what I think. Pretty much Asia is really loving like Rocket Lab, and I like it. And I think Europe is gonna be the same thing. So you know, Europe is working with JAXA, so they're working together. Rocket Lab is right in the middle, and so I think we have a lot of catalysts still to come. So it's looking good, I think.
I genuinely, I thought 2025 is going to be the year. I feel like 2026 is just going to be again, my guy.
No, I agree. But yeah, the NASA, like, I mean, I hope they do something to Rocket Lab. I feel like Rocket Lab is just they don't, I don't know why, but they look over them all the time for some reason. Like, why not give them some money? I'm like, they gave what was it, like Blue Origin 2 weeks ago, another contract for like $86 million for like a satellite something. Well, let me look it up. Like in Cape Canaveral to build something for satellite integration or something like that. I'm like, how come Rocket Lab doesn't get $86 million to do the same thing? You know, just throw them some money. I feel like everybody throws money to Blue Origin.
That says Chris hopped on one of my spaces. It was he's a full-on road dog now. My guy. Dylan, big shout out from Cisco. Yeah.
Oh, Dylan, yeah. Yeah, everybody's saying hi. Oh, hi everybody. Yeah, I'm happy to see everybody here. Yeah, Dylan, I follow him with his lives, and you guys been doing the eVTOL stuff, and Mark, great guy. Like I saw him like doing all that stuff, man. A lot of great stuff you guys are doing there. And yeah, I mean, very interested in Archer, mainly because they got that Andrew and like the Palantir deal that really got me. You know, like dude, they're both getting like good contracts or deals, like partnerships with a lot of good people. So companies is good.
I ran a stream there. What content do the guys enjoy more? 62% says live streams. Now, the only thing is, guys, I'm running this poll on a live stream. So anyone that doesn't like live stream, it's not going to be it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to rerun the poll on X.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, yeah.
Sure you follow us on X at the Hustle Bros YT. Look, we're nearly at 1,000. As well, while you're at it, make sure you follow Francisco Space 5 on X. Look, he is a juggernaut compared to us on X. But
I just post a lot. I like to give the free information. I honestly, I wake up and I search.
Have you noticed, Francisco, we've turned off the ads? We don't have ads on our YouTube anymore.
No.
Yeah, we've turned off all ads because we just want to give it for free now at this stage. Which is like, do you know what? There's too many sharks in this world. I want to prove that we're not sharks.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. No, yeah, I do the same. Like I search on my information and just honestly, I make money by research and investing in the companies. So like, I'm not generating any income. Not I want to. Because like Archer and Rocket Lab and Kratos, like that's how I make money. Like, and I just want to share all the information that I find for free with the community. That's pretty much what I do. The community is a great community. I'm sure that Archer, Joby, like community, like eVTOL people are pretty good too. I don't know. I haven't been in that community yet, but I know Rocket Lab is.
I genuinely think the eVTOL community is very, very similar to the Rocket Lab community. That's so tight knit. Now, the only thing is, Archer and Joby used to be like that. But now as we're getting close to certification, it's turning into Rocket Lab and ASTS.
It's like, yeah, it's the right. Yeah. But it's the funniest thing because like a lot of people are investing in Rocket Lab and ASTS. So I'm assuming it's the same thing because I was looking at Joby. I'm like, I'm putting like a lot in Archer, but I'm looking for an entry point of Joby, which I missed. I think that like there was a good entry point not too long ago, a few days back, right?
About 15.
The market did a little bit pullback. Yeah. So it's just funny, but think a little bit of like competition. It makes it fun.
Oh, you can't beat some of the banter. Yeah. Some of the messages have been cracking.
But it makes it fun. I think. For me, I think it's fun, and it makes me log into X and like. And it's something different, you see all these graphs from Rocket Lab, everybody's happy that's going to 70, blah, 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 and everything's so good. But seeing like some competition is kind of fun, and people like throwing some stuff out there. Like,
it keeps you grounded, because if everyone was bullish, you'd just be away with the fears. You'd be flying off into cloud 9, where sometimes you read some of the comments that are not so hateful, and you're like, they do have a fair point there. So it does keep you grounded. Vaccines jumped in. Real G's make money from the market, not the community. Do you know what? Preach that. I want that to be a slogan here. You come up with the best.
Yeah, you gotta save that.
Real G's make money from the market, not the community. Look,
that's your goal for the day, bro.
But guys, look, I don't like to fire up myself to try and create more content. Francisco, anything else you want to add?
No, like I'm sure everybody in the Rocket Lab community is happy. We've been like stuck like in the high 60s, low 70s now for a little bit, and I make fun every day, like in some shots that I'm in. Like, oh, I love it. We are having fun here at 69 because it seems to be around 69. But everything's looking good. I think just waiting for the government to open and get some SDA, some Golden Dome stuff going on. We have some people out there taking daily pictures now. Like, I don't know if you're keeping up with that, of like wallops.
Yeah.
the area, and it looks like they're making some progress there. It looks like they're getting ready to move some of the equipment over to the island side and get ready for, I think, a second stage, like half fire. And yeah, there's another guy in New Zealand that's actually taking pictures of all this stuff that they're building out there. That's kind of cool too. So yeah, the community is like all over it. Other than that, I don't know. I think I'm writing. Yeah, Peter Beck wrote an article about Mars. Obviously.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
So that was good. He's still on it. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we got all those contracts for Electron. I think I want to know what's going on. I do have a question. I don't know if anybody in the chats know, like, what's going on with the BSAT, Biosat or BSAT contract? Because Rocket Lab was Biosat gave him a contract in 2023 or 2024 to build a satellite for NASA. It's for communications.
Oh yes.
And I still haven't heard anything about it. And it's not even on the website of the Rocket Lab, on the Rocket Lab website. So, next launch is announced.
Next launch, 5th of November. It's a
awesome.
SpongeBob, you are quick off the mark. That's 3 minutes ago. It says for me here. That is rapid.
That's why you gotta love the community, man. Yeah, I need to go live more often, but it's just man.
Well, do you know what, Francisco? Would we set a deal? Would we try and go weekly? And look, if one of us can't do it, the other one will cover it, and we'll just try and keep this community going.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I might have to like bring my headset and my tablet or something like with me, because I'm probably gonna keep traveling a little bit. And just figure out how to do it like that.
You do your personal things at the moment. I will make sure.
Basically, like the community is great. You got SpongeBob. Everybody here, like, it's really great, and we get a lot of.
I missed the banner.
They follow me on X. Yeah.
Matan, big shout out, my guy, another big eVTOL creator there. Guys, if you haven't, make sure to check out Matan. Yeah,
I don't know. Well, I'm sure one of these days we're gonna have to jump on, and we're gonna have some breaking news, and it's gonna be something big. I think I actually was by now we need to get to the moon. I have always questioned how come Rocket Lab is not bidding for these contracts, because you got Blue Origin, you got Firefly, you got Lunar, you got everybody, like Intuitive Machines, Lunar. You got everybody pretty much doing some sort of lander or something around the moon, and Rocket Lab is not doing anything. I'm like, how come we're not doing that when we have all this data that they collected when they did the capstone mission to put that satellite around the moon? We pretty much did everything, all the navigation and landing stuff for Firefly. So that's all data. Like, they know how to do it. Like, how come they can't just put something together, since we're in a race with China or something like that, and trying to get in it? I mean, everybody's trying to go to the moon. Like Canada, Italy, every time, like every week, it seems like somebody's working on some lander in the moon, and it's just crazy. So I hope that we get something for that too. But I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna have so many contracts come out, I think, and SpaceX is gonna get better.
And then Tom has reiterated what you were saying earlier. Transportation Secretary Duffy says most SpaceX is behind a moon trip and will reopen contracts.
Yeah, that's what he said. You know what? You saw the quote that Elon Musk actually retweeted, and he posted like, Blue Origin haven't delivered anything to orbit. I can deliver something to the moon. He roasted them.
Oh, do you know what? The Starship, the launch, what did you think of it, my guy?
That was actually, I think, the best one. I think the previous one, when they were deploying the satellites, it looked like they were hitting on the dispenser thing, like on that door.
Yeah.
And this one, they looked smoother, and I think it looked better. Definitely a lot of improvement. But it's still, like, I think that's just so big, and I think there's gonna be a market for it. And obviously the biggest thing is they want to go to Mars, and like but I think it's like, aviation, they have like the 737s, 320s, but then they have the 747s and 380s, the big boys.
Yeah.
But they're not even building them no more, because they figure they're in the middle is where the juice is, the juice spot is. So I think that's could be maybe it's the same thing that's going to happen with space, because like how all these companies are not going to be able to build all these satellites and fill up just a starship and
Yeah,
like
all
send
this
them like
Starship,
like every day, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean
like
it looks
my
great, but I
feeling
don't.
there is it so purpose built for the Mars mission? Like, is that all he has in his mind? Get them Starlinks up, and that Mars mission, just that is all he is so primarily focused on.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know.
think it's
I
gonna
like.
take
No,
like
I don't think it's gonna take anything from Neutron. I think, and there's a company I started to follow them. I don't know if you know, Star Cloud, because they're doing what we talked about. They're doing data centers in space.
yeah.
And there's a Chris, I forgot his name. I don't know if you follow that on X. He asked them if they do work with Rocket Lab, and he replied and he said yes, that they do buy some of the stuff from this space systems. So I don't know what exactly it is, but that guy is really cool too and genuine. And I think I like that company because he's going into something that we talked about at the beginning of the year, which like I think will be great because the ex-CEO of Google bought Relativity for that reason. I think Bezos was talking about data centers
Yeah.
last week or 2 weeks ago, and StarCloud is actually working. And their partnership, they actually have a partnership with NVIDIA, and that's big. And they actually sent already a satellite to space, start testing stuff, and they're sending another one this month, I think, or maybe they already did. But I don't know. I'm gonna be talking to the guy soon here, so
Okay.
I'll let you guys know. But I think, yeah, we're gonna. The guy's super cool. We're gonna get more information on that. I would love to see a partnership with Rocket Lab, because at the
Yes.
end of the day, Peter Beck and Adam Spice, they said that the main thing they want to do is provide a service like a SaaS, space as a service. And we talked about it, how that maybe a data center or something with solar or something will be something that could be as a satellite space as a service. But we'll figure it out. This pretty interesting. That's another news that we're probably gonna come out here and talk about.
Guys, any of you that are not into Rocket Lab, so Rocket Lab's CEO is Peter Beck. Francisco actually met Peter Beck. If you jump across Francisco Space 5, you'll see he actually went to Wallops Island,
Yeah,
and
this place
he
was
was there for the
amazing,
opening.
man.
So,
Yeah.
do you know what? He's a celebrity in here. When Francisco comes, you open the door. Put it that way.
Not a celebrity, but like I mean, I love my Rocket Lab people. I'm getting into the eVTOL stuff, and I'll tell you something. I like Joby, but I think, my opinion, Archer aircraft looks better. I think it looks sexier. It looks like, I don't know, like ready, like I don't know, maybe like a government kind of like cargo,
Do
like
you get what I mean, though? With them, you won't care what it looks like when you're going from A to B. You ain't gonna be bothered if you have to go. Say when you're going across, you're traveling a lot lately. You're just gonna pick. You want this trip. You don't care
yeah,
whether a Midnight or an S4 shows up.
yeah,
Really.
yeah. No, but honestly, in my opinion, Archer looks bigger, and in that
Oh, it
in that
definitely is
case,
bigger. Yeah.
I think it will be more comfortable. Joby seems to be like tight, like in small, like in that cabin. So I don't know. I have to sit and find out. Because yeah, you want
You
that.
know
You don't
what?
care
I
when you
thought it
come from
looked
A to
very,
B.
very tight
Yeah,
until. Do you follow Let's Talk Joby? It's Travis on
yeah.
X. He put up a picture, was it yesterday, of them at the Formula One, and it
Mm,
actually looked a little bit bigger than the first time I seen
mm,
it, because they actually pushed the pilot seat forward. Now look, Midnight does look much bigger,
yeah.
but
It looks more comfortable. At the end of the day, like humans, like they like to be comfortable. And looks, believe it or not, they like beautiful stuff. Peter Beck talks about that all the time. I like to make beautiful things. And at the end of the day, people have that eye, and like
yeah.
something is beautiful, so that you have that attraction. I don't know. For me, yeah, it looks bigger, it looks comfortable, more comfortable. So if I had a nap and they were both flying from Orlando to Disney, whatever they're gonna do, I will. If I had the two choices, I will pick Archer, just because I think it'll be more comfortable of a ride.
Matan says, "Lol, I know the poll was skewed to live stream as everyone is on live stream. It's biased,
yeah.
but
You
definitely
gotta
the
do both,
most,
I guess.
yeah, definitely the most fun content is live. Look, live is very fun, but I think live is very easy. I can't get as much information when I'm live as when I'm offline recording. I can actually bang out information to you very, very quickly when I'm pre-recording. However, live stream is very fun. I think our problem is we went all one way and then we went all another way and we're gone back another way. Yes, we need to hit that balance. I'm rolling out
Yeah, man, I don't have anything like
YouTube Shorts at the moment as well.
Yeah, we
And
got
then
Thomas.
Tom, form follows function. That's the engineer in me.
Yeah.
Guys, anyone that don't know as well, Francisco, how am I going to word this? Worked in the aerospace industry. That's all I'm going to say. So, look, he is a great asset to have here. But guys, thank you so much. Things are changing across the channel. We no longer have Chris. We no longer have Mark. Fair play to the guys. Want to thank them for everything they've done. Wish them the best in the future. And I'm sure they wish us the best in the future. Things do change.
I mean, but honestly, it's hard, man. It's hard when you're traveling, when you're working, when you try to like trade your own stocks and do your own research. It's hard to do live stuff. I don't know, like it's hard. It's so hard to coordinate with people and to get the information and then make the space from your family to just put information out there. It's not easy.
No, it's not at all.
It's not easy at all. Yeah, I mean, everybody has personal stuff going on, but yeah. I mean, if we can, we'll come out here and we'll put information out when we can, I guess. That's all I can offer. I mean, it's for free. So it is my time. So that's all I can do.
Z-Stacker, wait, just joined. What's happening? What you'll probably be better doing is going back over the live stream. It's a long story. I just, feeling a lot of creative burnout lately. Came on for the live stream just to see where I can push the channel next. We're aiming for 100,000 subs. I believe it's possible. We're going to have to do a very strategic push for it. We're going to have to ramp up even heavier than we do. Need to find ways of not burning out. But no, we will achieve it. Yeah. So Chris has gone doing his own thing. Mark's gone doing their own thing. Fair play to the boys. I'm sure we will speak again in the future. But yeah, for now, we're back to basics, back to what got us here. So I'm going to leave you with that. My name's Ian, one of the Hustle Brothers. Thank you so much for showing up. 93 of you stayed around. Can't believe it, for over an hour. Man. Again, jump across to Francisco Space 5. He's always a wealth of knowledge. Can't thank him enough. He's always there. Francisco, thanks, my guy.
Oh man, good talking to you, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.